Hello, this is Tori Ann Perky, and from my homeschool to your homeschool, I regret that I must recommend these history books. No, just kidding. I'm super excited to recommend these history books, but I had to start that way because the first one is about Nathan Hale. And Nathan Hale is the patriot at the beginning of the American Revolution who, before he died, said, "I regret that I have but one life to give for my country." And these books are, in fact, that I'm going to recommend are, in fact, named after him. The very first one is called Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales. You guys, I wholeheartedly just love these books, and I'm so excited to tell you about them today. First of all, I just want to tell you they are graphic novels, and I'm a big fan of graphic novels. I think they're a really great way for kids to get information. Obviously, you don't want all their reading to be graphic novels, but graphic novels definitely have value, and for kids who are dyslexic, like mine, for some reason, the visual aspect of the graphic novel makes it easier for them to consume the content. So that's the first thing. The second thing I would do is tell you about the author. His name is actually Nathan Hale, and he is named after the spy that was caught by the British, who was then executed by the British. And just as a side note, I feel a personal affinity because I actually went to high school with him, and he was an amazing artist then, and he's an amazing artist now. Just a little side note. What I love about these books is the science. The history is rock solid. It's so good. The first one is about the American Revolution and the story of Nathan Hale. And what happens in these books, and the first one sets up the kind of the frame for all of these, is Nathan Hale's about to be executed, and then he offers to teach history through a big book, and through teaching the history, they decide to stay his execution long enough that he can finish telling his story, kind of like Arabian 1001 Nights. And so the first one is all about the Revolutionary War. There are 8 more books in the series. I believe there are more to come. I'm going to tell you about the 2 that my kids, it's their personal favorites, and then I'll tell you the rest. One is called Lafayette. It's the only other graphic novel in the series that is also about the American Revolution, and this is, of course, about Lafayette, the French men who came and helped the Americans during the Revolution. The other one is called The Underground Abductor, and it's all about Harriet Tubman. And those 2, Lafayette and Harriet Tubman, are both my kids really do love those. But there are also books about, there's a book about World War I, there's a book about World War II, there's one about the Civil War, the Alamo, and there's one about the Donner Party. And you guys, this one is called Donner Dinner Party. And here's what's really interesting. It actually gives a warning about a couple pages to skip if you're extra squeamish about the Donner Party, eating each other. But I didn't find it very graphic at all, which is ironic because it's a graphic novel. It was done so tastefully, and all of these books are done so tastefully. My kids are learning so much history as they read these books. And let me give you an example. This is the World War I book, Treaties, Trenches, Mud, and Blood. And World War I is a really confusing topic. There's so many countries and so many different things going on, and everybody's aligning themselves with different people. And he's so cleverly been able to show those distinctions between all the different countries by assigning a different animal to each country. So, for example, there's one country that is lions, and one country that's peacocks, and one country that's bears. And then as you're reading the book, you're learning about the different storylines that the roles these different countries played in World War I, but you're looking at different animals, dressed up in soldier costumes, look at that. And so you're able to follow the plot of World War I much better than if you're just reading about different countries. So guys, love, love, love these history books. I can't strongly recommend them enough. If they sound like they'd be something that'd be a good fit for your family, go ahead and click on the link up above, down below. You know how this works, and check them out. I think you are going to love them. I'm Tori Ann Perky, and I make these videos every week so that you can be a successful and confident homeschool mom.